It's me again, and I'm here cooking with tortillas and cheese to make some homemade cheese quesadillas. Now, the first thing you want to do is you want to get your tortillas. The best thing to do is to make sure they're the same size, because for some reason these packing industries decided to make sure they aren't the same size. But I've got these right here. It may be a little torn up, but it should be good. There we go. Next, you forget this top one here for a second. Throw it out the window if you have to. And you take the cheese and you sprinkle it on in there. Not only is this going to be the main reason you're cooking this, but also to be the glue so that it will keep it together and not fall apart into a horrifying monstrosity that will completely destroy your cast iron pan. Now, I normally prefer to put a lot of cheese on mine, but I'm going to try to put as little as possible. Because of this epidemic, we don't have much cheese left. So, I'm just going to do this much here and hope that this will stick together. Now, you go and get back your tortilla. If you threw it out the window, I'm ashamed of you because you just ruined a perfectly good meal. But now you put it on and you light up your top part of the oven. And you make sure it's at high. Or you can set it to low if you want to melt the bacon grease first. But as we don't have bacon grease, because my first video messed up, I'm going to use butter as a substitute, which you can do. Or you can use olive oil, or in my case, avocado oil. Now, I'm going to take probably 2 teaspoons. I hope this is correct. I've gone through a lot of knives today. Now, tablespoons. Okay, my director just corrected me. Now, I'm going to cut through this. Oh, perfect. Oh, dang it. Stupid knife. You messed me up. Okay. This is going to bug me for the rest of the day. Now, you want it to be a perfect cube. Otherwise, I will hunt you down. I will find you. And I will have a serious talking to with you. But now, we're going to put the butter down and wait for it to melt. You can move it around a little bit, like I do, if you want to make sure no one else will try to eat it. Now, alright, you can possibly hear the sizzling at this point, but you probably can't. Oh, there's one. You keep pushing the butter around. Keep pushing it around until it completely melts away. And it's best to use cast iron pan because we don't have any other pans. But ignore that because cast iron pans are the best pans to use for this kind of cooking anyways. Now, just keep on pushing this butter is taking a while to melt away, but you keep pushing it around until it is done melting. There we go. All gone now. It was like it was never there and replaced with this boiling hot foam. Now, you take your quesadilla. You hope to the Lord that this doesn't fall out, and you place it down. And you move it around a little bit. You move it and let it cook. I prefer to push it around with my hand first because it gives me a lot more mobility with this thing, so I can cook it better. For the top anyways. I don't want to do the bottom with my hand because that's going to burn the life out of me. Now, you want to cook it and then check it at least a minute or two after doing this. And you see this here thing might take a little bit, but you want it to have a golden glow at the bottom, so it'll have a nice, perfect crunch at the bottom too, or in the top. It'll just have a nice, perfect crunch in general, so you'll be able to enjoy your meal you made. And if it gets burned, oh well. Now I can feel the cheese is starting to melt, and I can hear the sizzling. So I'm going to check up. It's partially brown. I'm going to press down on this specific area as it's not browned here yet, and hope it'll cook faster. Okay, why is it only cooking in one area? Now I'm going to leave it on this spot. Hope that cooks faster. There we go. Now you take it and you hope the cheese is melted enough so that it won't fall apart, and you flip it over and then you cook it on the other side. Now the bottom side is going to cook a lot faster than the top, so it might just need a minute or two in order to get it fully cooked. Or that just might be how it is with the bacon grease and everything else. You have to wait the same amount of time. But I've been cooking with bacon grease for that long. But let's see. Gotta slap on it. Smack it with the might of Zeus. And then you check under again. And for some reason it's cooking only on one side. So I'm going to take it and spin it.
Pan underneath.
Oh, the pan. What about the pan underneath?
You check where it's the flame is located on
yes,
the pan
you have
underneath.
To check your flame under the pan. I forgot about that for some reason. And now it is finished. And now you have this nice meal to feast upon. If you're possibly starving during this epidemic. Now I'm going. I know, Miss Director, to turn off the burner.
It's smoking.
I know it's smoking.
Okay.
But now you have a delicious meal for the epidemic going on. So if you're starving to death and the only thing you have are tortillas, butter, possibly, just possibly bacon grease, and cheese in a cast iron pan conveniently laying around, then you can make this and not starve to death immediately. Now have a nice day.
Is that it?
Yes.